Fellas, what is goody? My name is Woody. This is the youngest Jim, bringing you another little Madden video, fellas. And this one, I don't want to make this one as long as some of the others. Let's talk about what we're looking at pre-snap in Madden college football here upcoming. We're all very excited for it. From the perspective of a college quarterback, I'm going to give you my run-through. That I need to do a better job of checking all these things on every play. Sometimes when I get into the flow of just playing Madden, I don't do a good job of going through my checklist. But let me tell you, we teach ethical hoops here, fellas. Ethical hoops. Everything that I teach and everything that I preach and play and talk about, this is shit that can be used IRL and can be used in the game. So let's get into it. You can see I'm playing all Madden. I'm going to run a little offense only. I'm just going to take over the Patriots here in the Super Bowl, just versus the AI. Okay, everything I teach here is going to work versus the AI and versus an actual user. So I'm just going to pick some coach suggestions and let it rock versus the AI. So the first thing I'm always going to check for is my safeties. So we got some sort of a too high look. It's really soft. Looks like some sort of a cover 4 shell. So I know off the rip, I'm probably going to throw something short. Let's see who's open short. Looks like they're kind of man trailing here. I did have some time, let them cross. So the first thing we're going to do is going to check our safeties, check our shell, see what we're getting over the top. Next thing we're going to do is check the numbers in the box, see if it's an opportunity, if we have a guys outnumbered by quite a bit. Third thing we're going to do is identify if you are throwing the ball, if they're hot. For now, we're running the ball. It looks like we have okay numbers. We'll go ahead and just run this play on second down, see if we can whip off some yards. Great run on second down. If you are throwing the ball, fellas, you always have to identify whether or not you are hot. If I think I'm getting pressure, which looks like we got pressure coming off the right side right now, you gotta choose if you're gonna protect yourself, if you're gonna slide your protection over to pick that up, which right now it looks like I probably can slide and pick that up. Left side doesn't look too bad. Buy yourself time to throw, or you gotta know where your hot reads are. So right now we are getting pressure off that side. I'm gonna throw into the pressure. There was somebody to cover that, so we weren't able to get a completion there, but you saw the AI sometimes makes it very obvious where the pressure's coming from. So right now, we got our two high safeties. Our corners are walked up a little bit more aggressive, so I'm expecting maybe some sort of cover 2. Check the leverage of your DBs over your guys. We got a couple guys that are head up. We may be looking at a little bit of man coverage here, so if you do get man coverage, you gotta know where your man beaters are, which right now I kind of like this corner route if we get an outside release. So these are some of the things that I'm thinking about pre-snap, and let's see if he wins post-snap. He ended up going inside, so I'm going to let my guys clear since they're going to decide to just run some man coverage and let him open up. But before the snap on every play, you want to know, based on the look you're getting, what couple of coverages am I going to expect to see after this? Am I expecting blitz on this play, or am I going to have time to sit in the pocket and make my reads? And if I do get pressure, I always got to know. I got to have one or two options. So primary hot read. If I get pressure, where am I going with this football? Because if you didn't plan for that pre-snap and you get pressure, then you're going to panic. Then you're either going to take a sack or you're going to throw a pick a lot of times. So right now I'm going empty. My favorite formation. We see we got a one high safety. Our corners are walked off. We got several of our DBs look like they're head up. It's very possible to get some sort of man coverage. I'm not seeing any blitz right now. Hunter Henry has a good route versus man on this game. So I would have liked to have, oh, they did back off and play zone. I was looking at him inspecting man, so he did pop open. Expecting man there. I kind of wish I would have changed Stephon Diggs' route, but just because I'm talking through some of this, I'm not going as fast as I normally would. Spreading the field out. This, to me, looks like a cover 2 shell. Your corners are walked up just a little bit. A couple guys playing head up, but nobody head up over Hunter Henry. I'm expecting a tamper 2 right here. Let's see if we can pop Stephon Diggs in the back corner. Nope, they rolled, and we're just going to replace it. So you saw your pre-snap looked like a soft cover 2 shell. At the beginning of the play, I would highly suggest for the first quarter, second, or half second of the play, always look at your safeties. Your safeties are going to tell you where the coverage is in 2 seconds. They rolled into some sort of cover 3, so we're going to pop them in the seam for a quick tuggy to start the Super Bowl off, fellas. Getting the ball here back in the second quarter. See if we can rewrite a little history. I'm going to pop them in the run game. They are spread out enough. Looks like we are fine to run this football. If they would have overly stacked the box, and maybe I would have audibled into some sort of RPO or some sort of pass, get out on the edges, get 4 yards on first down. That's just fine. Let's go back to the pass game here. So we got a one high look. Corners are backed off. Their guys do not look very head up to me right now. So I am expecting some sort of soft zone. So we'll kind of make a progression from Hunter Henry. Actually, I think I'm going to get cover 3. I'm going to see if I can pop Stephon Diggs for a big gain here. We did, but they did bring pressure, and I did not see it. That was a good disguise by them. And I was not able to let my look develop enough there. Got 3rd and 6. AI likes to bring pressure on 3rd and 6 sometimes. Let's see what we get here. Once again, a one high look. We're in base protection. We seem pretty balanced. Their end on the right side is wide just a little bit. So I got to know if he breaks contain of my right tackle, then I got to be ready for a hot throw, which I was not expecting, was not ready on the last play. He's not going to get out enough, and we're just going to miss the throw. He was open, but I just pulled the throw just a little bit too much. See if we can recover next series. Okay, defense got a big stop for us. And they are going to show some sort of crazy look that the AI is doing some silly shit. So you can see on the right side, let's just take our numbers, fellas. We see that they are, and some people's users will do this every now and then. They are pressed up, so this might be tough to throw this. They did back up. So we're going to take our numbers and just take our free couple yards. Did not get a favorable block animation, but that's okay. People will do this. The AI does it pretty egregiously where they don't have come out in a very balanced look. So let's try to take advantage of it. People will do it with their cheesy defenses and their user defenses. I wouldn't fight yourself. Take the easy shit. Looks like we're getting some sort of soft zone here. I'm going to read low to high and see where that gets me. And I'm going to take them quick. We got 2-minute drill here. Let's see if we can't drive down the field and make something happen. We got a couple guys walked up. One high look. I'm going to check Douglas in the seam quick. And then I know it's 3rd and 3. I only got to pick up a couple yards. If I do feel some pressure here, I can go to TreVeyon Henderson quick here. To throw. Here's May. They all backed up, release soft zone. So we're just going to pop Hunter Henry and convert on the first. See if we can keep rocking on this 2-minute drill. So right now, they're once again going to go with this one high safety. I don't want Hunter Henry to bend because of some silly Madden stuff. So I'm going to put him on this vert. If I do get this cover 3 look that I want, I'm going to hit Douglas for just a chunk gain right now. If they roll, I'm going to get off of it. And I'm going to have TreVeyon Henderson on a Texas because I'm not seeing any overwhelming pressure. I do see my line was sliding to the right unnecessarily, so I'm going to change that. That way if they do some pressure, I'm able to pick that up. Let's see, I might throw a pick. That was a nice little reroute, but it was like a cover 3 sky or something like that, so they were able to recover on the verts. But yeah, there you go, cover 3 sky. So they didn't bring any pressure. We were able to pick up that end on the left side, so we had enough time to let TreVeyon Henderson develop there a little bit. Another one high look. Guys are looking like it's a zone coverage because they're not head up. So I'm prepared to let my mesh just work here and see who pops open. The end on the left side is a little bit farther out for me than I'd like, so I'm going to go ahead and slide. Make sure we don't have any issues picking him up. I just clicked the wrong button. You can see the mesh was pretty open in the middle of the field there. Okay, we are down to a minute. We have our 3 timeouts. We're going to have to be careful. Okay, so I called a run. It's obviously not going to work right now. So why don't we get into something that's going to beat this silly double mug that they got in. Let's see who pops open here on the vert. Probably going to be R1. Probably could have let him run there, but we'll take our safe completion. Call my first timeout. You're 2nd and 10 from the 21. Come on, empty once again. We get the look that I'm hoping for. Their guys, they do have a couple head-up guys. So if they are in man, we'll take Stephon Diggs on this quick rub route, this quick clear route. If they do end up going to zone, I'm actually going to put Henry on a straight vert because I don't want his route to bring the safety on the right side of the field. Because if they are in some sort of cover 3, I want hit Keyshawn Boutte for a tug here. Not worried about this pressure. See what develops. It's in man, but he's outside leverage, so I'm just going to take it anyway. And Drake May's putting on a masterclass in this rewritten Super Bowl, fellas. Huge opportunity to bury these boys. Right now I hate this look. There are just so many bodies on the left side of the field. So right now, and I don't like that we're running this into the boundary. I don't want to lose any momentum. I'm out of time, so I'm going to get out of this. I didn't know we were on the left hash. We're coming out of a kickoff, and I am running offense only. So we got wide defensive ends. So if I decide to keep Travion Henderson on his route, which I'm going to do, I got to know that I have no running back in the block for me, so I got to get this ball out quick. We're in some sort of a soft cover 2 or cover 4 shell. So I'm not expecting, I'm expecting more of my shorter routes to be open rather than my deep routes, but we'll see how we're doing. Primary read. Oh, nice move, coach. Primary read on that one just due to the look that I was getting. So I'm going to take what the defense is going to give me there and keep it rocking and rolling. This is a nasty box to try to run into. They are walked up. I might see, they are just slightly overloaded on the right side. I'm going to go ahead and run this ball and see if I can bounce it outside. And I actually had a window, but just obviously a bad run by coach. We actually had that blocked up on the left side. Wide defensive set from them. I got to be ready to... I might just try something different here. I'm going to let the mesh go. I'm going to half slide to the right, make sure I pick up that end, and then I'm going to block Travion, pick up that end on the left side. I'm going to let this mesh work versus one high look and see what pops open. Tons of time and just a very, very easy chill play there. Let's go with a different look in this I form.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Couple guys walked up. We'll see if our front's just better than their front here.
It's Henderson on the give.
Not quite. Not a lot doing right there. Keeping them honest. Pretty aggressive defense are coming out in. They have a couple guys walked up on the left side, so I got to be ready. I got to be ready to throw this ball hot to R1 if I do get that pressure from the left side. We should have this blocked up on the interior in the space protection that we're in. Then I'll check my low to high on the right side. Man coverage. Oh, we did get around the end. I was going to say that was not a very favorable catch animation with him doing the spin. But we had inside leverage man coverage, and so we were able to just barely beat him to the outside with a perfect throw. That was very nice. See what we can do on this play action boot.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
I don't ever want to run play action if I'm getting some sort of mid blitz or overload blitz. They might be sending a couple guys. Based on who's over there, I think we might be able to get around it, but we'll let it play out.
May off the play fake.
No crazy blitz. And Drake May's disgusting. That's a great throw. Let's go to the best formation ever created, empty. I'm going to check my seam players here. They are walked up in some sort of cover 0 look, but they don't have enough guys on the line where I'm concerned about the pressure. So I'm going to check my seam guys, and we'll check Stephon Diggs after the fact here.
From the red zone on 1st.
Man coverage, and we're just better. We're just smarter than they are. All right, fellas. 4th quarter. Let's see if we can eat this clock and win this game here. Our safeties are walked up just a little bit. We have what I'm assuming is going to be some sort of zone coverage just based on where my defenders are right now. I'm not overly concerned about any pressure off the rip. So let's just confirm everything post-snap, see what we get. And good pocket awareness. They did just bring the 4. Zone coverage, cover 4 palms, had it wrapped up decent. We don't need to force the ball, so we'll just be smart with it here. We have a silly goose look out of the AI. I got to be careful not to get baited by the safety who's getting ready to roll over there or the corner who's getting ready to bail on that. So if they get there too quick, then I won't throw this, but this might be open for a tug. Yeah, they're just being silly. Normally a user defender won't have a defense that's that egregious, but you always got to be looking to take your advantages. So if somebody's gonna give you an advantage like that, you just got to check the whole field and you just got to take it. We're gonna go ahead and just run the ball here based on the situation. They are overloaded on the left side, so I'm gonna look to cut this up the field.
The give now to Henderson.
And their interior is disgusting. We'll just keep it rolling. Let's go back to the best play ever made, 4 verts. Off the rip, I'm not liking this 4 verts based on where the safeties are. They're kind of wide. I do expect that I'm getting some sort of cover 2. I'm actually gonna, we got to be careful with this pressure on the left side, but I'm actually gonna go full 4 verts. If it is a zone cover 2, I'm gonna bang this for a tug, and it's not. It is cover 2 man, and the Texas route is our bailout in cover 2 man, and he is just better and just wins. They did bring just a little bit. Their pressure got through just a little bit, but we were able to float and just buy a little bit of time to be able to get that ball off. This might be another man look. We got somebody walked up on the left side. They only have 4 down linemen. This guy off the right, off Hunter Henry, he's got somebody to cover for him, so he might be blitzing. So we got to take a look at that. He is gonna blitz, and I was not ready for it, but the user's disgusting. I was ready for the fact that I was looking at him, but I did not have a proper hot route or a hot read ready to go. But I did see that corner sit, and so I just went to the athlete and just hit him with the user of that play. All right, fellas, well, I really appreciate you hanging out with me on this little bit of a little demo right here. Main takeaways here is, I mean, you always check your safeties, check their alignment, check how many safeties there are, and then you kind of know what coverages you're expecting. Everything that you see pre-snap, you got to check it post-snap. Make sure you confirm your what you think you're going to get. Check your numbers in the box. Can I switch out of this spread formation or shotgun formation and run the ball? Are you hot? Is your protection set correctly? Or you got guys overloaded on one side? Do you need a half side? Do you need a full side? Do I need to keep my running back in to get this ball off? If you are hot, who are my 1 or 2 receivers that I'm going to go to in lieu of who I wanted to go to on this play when I called this play? Am I seeing man or zone? Do they have a bunch of guys head up over all of my guys? Where are my man beaters? If it's looking like a soft coverage where they're not all head up somewhere, what are my routes on this play that I think I'm going to hit versus X, Y, and Z zone? And if you are getting man to man, who are my better athletes? Where are my matchups at? So just use this checklist. And the more you do it, the easier it's going to be to go through all these things quickly. But for anybody that's newer to football, I think this will be a good starting point for you as we head into these new games, fellas. Appreciate you guys. Look at that, fellas. Drake May with a 152.8 rating in the Super Bowl off the pre-snap read bid. That's actually just hilarious. Let's go.